Welcome to the English Boost podcast. We spend so much of our time in public just, well, basically trying to be invisible.
Yeah, here, wait.
Like we put our earbuds in, we lock our eyes onto our screens, and we just sort of treat the people around us like they're obstacles on the sidewalk.
Right, just navigating around them.
Exactly. But think about the last time you saw someone wearing like an amazing coat on the subway.
Oh, sure.
Or maybe you noticed a barista handling a huge rush with just incredible grace. You probably thought, wow, great coat, or they are crushing it. And then,
You just go right back to your phone.
right, you immediately look back down. So why do we keep that thought to ourselves?
That is the big question.
Today, we're looking at what happens when you deliberately break that invisible barrier with one simple but honestly seemingly terrifying act, giving a genuine compliment to a stranger.
It is surprisingly intimidating to cross that line.
It really is.
I mean, the sheer amount of social anxiety that bubbles up just at the thought of, telling someone we like their jacket is staggering.
Yeah, absolutely.
We worry we'll sound creepy or insincere,
Right.
or that we'll accidentally trap ourselves in this wildly awkward conversation that we just can't escape.
Which is exactly why we need a roadmap for this.
Yes, definitely.
And we have an incredible source guiding our exploration today. It's the work of Lisa Pavia Hegel.
Right, yeah.
She's a communications teacher with over 15 years of experience analyzing public speaking, media literacy, and basically just how humans fundamentally interact.
She really knows her stuff.
She does. So our mission today is to explore how a well-delivered compliment can bridge social divides, how it triggers a chemical boost for both the giver and the receiver, and well, to lay out the practical psychological rules for how to do this without being weird.
The most important part.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this.
So to understand the mechanics of a good compliment, we first have to look at the underlying psychology. Like, why is it even worth the social risk?
Yeah, because it's so much easier to not do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking out your phone and doom scrolling is the path of least resistance.
Oh, 100%.
The human brain loves predictability, right? And a screen is completely predictable.
True.
But walking up to a stranger, that's a social wild card.
Which actually, that perfectly frames how our guide for this topic started her own journey into all of this.
Oh, the mall story.
Yeah, the Mall of America story. So she was at the Mall of America.
Right.
And she's waiting in this incredibly long line for the restroom.
Which is, always the case.
Always. And she realized she was just standing there, like completely checked out.
Just scrolling.
Just scrolling through bad news on her phone.
Yeah.
Doom scrolling.
Yeah.
And she decided, to make a deliberate change to stay grounded in reality.
Okay, so what did she do?
Well, a woman walked past wearing this abaya that was covered in gold sequins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she just spoke up and said, "I love the sparkle."
I love that.
And then shortly after that, another woman walked by with this beautifully dyed rainbow hair.
Okay.
And she just said, "Cool hair, friend."
That's great. And apparently someone nearby even told her she was owning the compliment game.
Exactly. But that pivot from isolation to connection, it seems small, right?
It does. But it actually triggers this massive cascade of neurological events.
Really? Like what?
Well, when you give a sincere, well-delivered compliment, you are initiating a dopamine loop.
A dopamine loop, okay.
Yeah. Research shows that the mood boost happens for the compliment giver just as much as the receiver.
That is so interesting. So it's not just about making the other person feel good.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Even if you experience a spike of cortisol.
That's the stress hormone, right?
Right, exactly. Like right before you open your mouth, you might feel that space.
Yeah.
But the successful social interaction washes that all away with dopamine and oxytocin.
Yeah.
It literally combats the physiological effects of modern social disconnection.
I understand the dopamine hit of, making someone smile.
Right.
But it feels like there's a much larger psychological mechanism at play here when you validate a stranger.
There absolutely is. It comes down to a core psychological process called reflected appraisal.
Reflected appraisal. Okay, break that down for me.
So humans are profoundly social creatures,
Definitely.
and our brains are just constantly scanning our environment for feedback.
Like trying to figure out where we fit in.
Exactly. Figuring out our place in the tribe.
Right.
So reflected appraisal means that the nonverbal and verbal feedback we get from others,
Like a smile or a nod.
right, that feedback actively constructs our internal self-talk and our sense of identity.
Oh, wow. So it's almost like throwing a pebble into a pond.
How do you mean?
Well, you don't just make the person smile in that one moment.
Okay, right.
You send out these ripples, and those ripples positively reinforce their entire self-concept for the rest of the day.
Yes, that pebble analogy is perfect.
Because you're shifting how they see themselves.
Exactly. You are actively contributing to the self-concepts of others with every single interaction.
That's a lot of power.
It is. And it scales up beautifully.
Okay, how so?
Well, the writer David Brooks, he proposes that small acts of kindness like this contribute to what he calls a moral culture.
A moral culture.
Right. This isn't just about being polite.
Okay.
A moral culture is a community of common values where members actively aspire to earn and bestow mutual respect.
That sounds like exactly what we're missing right now.
Exactly. A compliment is basically a micro-investment in a functional, welcoming society.
So if the psychological payoff is that massive,
Yeah.
like if we are literally building a moral culture and sending out positive ripples just by praising a cool bag,
Right.
the hesitation we feel must be rooted in something equally powerful.
Yeah.
Why are we so scared?
We are scared because it's rooted in our highly evolved ability to detect a lie.
Oh.
Yeah, humans have a razor-sharp radar for insincerity.
Really do. You can always tell when someone is faking it.
Exactly. If flattery makes us cringe, it's because it feels transactional.
Transactional, yeah. Like they want something from you.
Right. So the only way a compliment actually lands is if the giver wants absolutely nothing in return.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it all starts with intent.
It all starts with intent. It has to be altruistic.
So if you are offering a compliment just to get a thank you, or like to charm someone into liking you, the receiver's brain immediately flags it as a threat.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Because if your intent is transactional, your nonverbal cues will betray you every time.
Really? How so?
Well, for one, you won't display a Duchenne smile.
A Duchenne smile.
Yeah, that's the genuine smile that crinkles the corners of your eyes.
Oh, right. The fake smiles just use the mouth.
Exactly. And your body language will show that you're lingering.
Ah.
You're standing there waiting for payment in the form of a reciprocal compliment or just, attention.
That's when it gets awkward.
Extremely awkward.
Mm.
The receiver's brain stops processing your words and starts analyzing your agenda.
Wow. That transactional feeling, it actually brings to mind a truly cringeworthy scenario from the source material.
Oh, the wheelchair story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this man was talking to an elderly woman in a wheelchair,
Right.
and she was accompanied by a teenager.
Okay.
And the man said, "Oh, that's your granddaughter. I thought it was your sister."
Oh, no.
The classic lazy flattery attempt.
It really is. It's so bad.
It is. And the grandmother laughed politely in the moment, just to maintain social grace.
Of course.
But the second the man walked away, she and her granddaughter shared these massive matching eye rolls.
Naturally.
Because it was pure flattery. It was completely disconnected from reality.
Right.
And it immediately clashed with the woman's sense of self. Like, it forced the recipients to have to manage this guy's awkward attempt at charm.
Which illustrates exactly why authenticity is non-negotiable.
I can't fake it.
You really can't. Authenticity requires observation.
Observation.
Yes. You actually have to look at the person and find something true. And the golden rule for finding that truth,
Yeah.
the safest and most effective way to compliment someone is to focus on their choices.
Their choices. Meaning, we should completely ignore the genetic lottery.
Exactly. You want to compliment what people purposely do
Right.
or what they display or achieve.
Yeah.
Effort, apparel, talents, interests.
So, not unchosen physical traits, like height or weight.
Never. When you focus on a choice, you are validating their personality and their agency.
That makes a lot of sense. And a great trick for this is looking for what the author calls geek bait.
Geek bait. I love that term.
Me too. So imagine you're at the library and the clerk is wearing a pin showing the Vulcan salute from Star Trek.
Okay.
Pointing that out and saying, "I love your pin," it validates this highly specific, curated part of their identity.
Right. It signals that you actually see them.
Exactly. Or you could consider paying attention to behavior, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, think of a local board game store
Okay.
where the staff is incredibly skilled at matching customers to the perfect game.
That takes a lot of effort.
It does.
Yeah.
So complimenting the owner on how exceptionally well his team listens to customers,
Right.
it validates the immense effort it takes to cultivate that skill.
Because listening is a rare and difficult skill,
Yeah, it really is.
which makes it a very high-value compliment.
And even within our own homes, this choice-based rule still applies.
Oh, for sure.
Like, the author mentioned a parent watching their teenager post a video on social media.
Right, the one with the vocal harmonies.
Yes,
Yeah.
where the teen had layered all these complex vocal harmonies
Right.
instead of just clicking the like button on the video.
Which is what we usually do.
Exactly. Taking the time to go face to face and express admiration for the time and the talent it took to edit those harmonies, it validates the work, not just the child.
That is so important.
But, I do want to push back on this just a little bit.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if someone just has strikingly beautiful eyes or, naturally incredible hair? Is it genuinely wrong to compliment that?
What's fascinating here is the distinction between intention and reception.
Okay.
Because it's usually well-intentioned, right? You see beautiful eyes, you want to say something.
Right, you're just being nice.
But complimenting an unchosen physical trait carries a significantly higher risk of triggering discomfort.
Why is that?
Well, when you comment on someone's physical body, especially as a stranger,
Yeah.
you are suddenly evaluating them.
Ah, I see.
It can feel invasive or even objectifying.
Right, because they didn't choose to look that way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But when you compliment a choice,
like a piece of custom jewelry.
right, or the color of their dyed hair or a skill they've practiced,
Okay.
you are basically saying, I see the effort you put into expressing yourself.
Oh, wow.
You are validating who they are on the inside as it's manifested on the outside.
That is such a great way to put it.
It completely bypasses the vulnerability of bodily evaluation.
So you are validating their mind and their taste, not just their DNA.
Precisely.
Okay, so assuming we spot that choice-based trait, we see the cool jacket, or we spot the Vulcan pin.
Right.
How do we actually deliver the words without the whole thing just falling apart at the finish line?
The secret here is brevity.
Brevity.
Yes. Less is almost always more. Do not overcomplicate it.
The perfect blueprint for this, honestly, is the early morning gym bros.
Oh, the free weight lifters, yes.
Yes. If you observe gym culture, when someone finishes a heavy, grueling lift,
Right.
the other regulars don't walk over and deliver a 10-minute monologue about their dedication and their form.
No, they definitely do not.
They just make eye contact, nod, say nice, and go right back to their own workout.
It is perfect execution.
It acknowledges the effort, it expresses a shared understanding, and it demands absolutely nothing in return.
And that brevity protects the interaction.
How do you mean?
Well, because when we feel nervous, when that social anxiety kicks in.
Yeah, my heart starts racing.
Right. Our instinct is to keep talking just to fill the silence.
Oh, totally. Just rambling.
Yes, we add words, and extra words often destroy compliments.
Okay, what's the worst thing we can add?
The most dangerous trap is the qualifier.
The qualifier? Like what?
If your compliment ends with the words for a com, it is no longer a compliment. It is an insult.
Wow, yeah. This gets into some really crucial social dynamics, doesn't it? Especially regarding race and identity.
Yes, very much so. The research notes how Black women frequently report receiving these qualified compliments from non-Black people.
Right. Someone will offer praise, but then tack on for a Black woman.
Exactly. And because the speaker is already, filling the silence with nervous energy,
Right, they're rambling.
it's often followed by highly invasive microaggressions.
Like, is that your real hair?
Or how long did that take to do?
Which completely erases the initial positive intent.
Completely. It highlights stereotypes, it points out differences.
And it turns a moment of potential connection into just an alienating evaluation.
Exactly. And qualifiers also show up as passive-aggressive add-ons in professional settings, too.
Oh, I've heard these.
Like a boss saying, good job on the presentation, see what happens when you don't procrastinate.
Oh, that is so cringy. Here's where it gets really interesting, because I view those qualifiers like over-seasoning a magnificent steak.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. You have this beautiful premium cut of meat.
Which is the genuine, simple compliment.
Exactly. But then right before you serve it, your social anxiety spikes, you totally panic.
And you just dump an entire jar of salt all over it.
Yes. You've completely ruined the dish. The meat was good enough on its own.
Whoa.
Just let the compliment stand on its own.
That is a brilliant analogy. The meat doesn't need the salt, and the compliment doesn't need the context.
Just say the thing and stop talking.
Exactly. But, a lot of that over-seasoning stems from a fear of misinterpretation,
Okay, that's true.
particularly across power dynamics or gender lines.
Yeah, like a man might worry that complimenting a woman's scarf will be interpreted as a predatory pickup line, which honestly is an entirely valid concern. You never want to make someone feel unsafe or cornered while they're just trying to buy their morning coffee.
It is a totally valid concern, which is why the strategy is to be aware, not afraid.
Okay. How do we do that?
Keep the stakes incredibly low.
Low stakes.
Ensure the person has an easy, immediate exit.
Okay.
Deliver the compliment as you are walking past them or as you are leaving a shared space.
So there is no pressure for a follow-up conversation.
Exactly. And there is a phenomenal mental filter you can use before you ever open your mouth.
Oh, I need this. What is it?
The social media feed test.
I think this is the ultimate guardrail.
It really is.
Yeah.
Imagine the exact comment you're about to make being broadcast to everyone on your social media feed.
Oh, wow.
Your friends, your family, your professional colleagues.
Oh, the one.
Would you be proud of it?
Right.
If it would make you cringe to see those words attributed to you publicly, do not say them to the stranger standing in front of you.
That is the ultimate filter. If it feels weird on a billboard, it's going to feel weird in line at Starbucks.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's say you follow the playbook perfectly.
All right.
Your intent is pure. You picked a choice-based trait. You kept it brief.
You didn't add salt.
Right, no salt. It passed the feed tests, and you deliver it flawlessly.
Perfect.
But, you know, human beings are endlessly unpredictable.
We really are.
What happens when it just doesn't land?
Awkwardness is inevitable. You just have to accept that going in.
Yeah, I guess so.
The key is how you manage your own internal reaction to the awkwardness.
Okay.
So let's look at rejections.
Yeah.
You walk up to someone and say, hey, cool watch.
Mm-hmm.
And they grimace and defensively say, oh, it's a cheap knockoff.
See, my immediate instinct would be to backtrack and, like, try to manage their feelings. I'd start saying, no, it still looks great. I couldn't even tell. It's really stylish.
And that instinct is exactly what turns a brief, awkward moment into prolonged social friction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you are now trying to persuade them to accept your premise.
Oh, I see.
Don't do that.
Okay.
If they deflect it or reject it, simply nod and move on.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
But what happens when we lose control in the opposite direction?
You mean the heavy response?
Yes, the heavy response. This is my nightmare scenario.
Oh, it happened.
You compliment something small, and the person just drops an emotional anvil on you.
Right.
You say, I love that necklace. And they reply, it belonged to my father. He died last week.
Oof. Yeah.
My brain treats that like a crisis. I would start frantically apologizing, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm so insensitive.
Which is a deeply ingrained evolutionary response, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. Our brains treat social awkwardness, especially offending someone in pain, as a literal threat to our survival in the tribe.
Wow. So I'm apologizing to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We apologize frantically as a defense mechanism to prove we aren't a threat.
That makes so much sense.
But ironically, when you start profusely apologizing, you center your own discomfort.
Oh, no. I'm making it about me.
You are. You are now forcing the grieving person to manage your anxiety and reassure you.
That is terrible. I didn't even think about that.
It's hard to see in the moment. The advice here is counterintuitive, but vital.
What is it?
Resist the urge to apologize.
Because apologizing makes it about me.
Okay.
So how do you navigate out of that emotional minefield?
You acknowledge the emotion gently, but firmly steer the ship back to safe waters.
Give me an example.
You can say something like, I'm glad you have it then. It's a beautiful piece.
Oh, that's nice.
And then gracefully change the subject or excuse yourself.
Right.
You validate the reality of their pain without getting bogged down in it, which gives both of you a safe exit from the intensity of the moment.
So it's treating their emotion with respect rather than panic.
Exactly.
What about the opposite problem, though?
What's that?
When the compliment works too well.
Oh.
And suddenly, a simple nice shoes traps you in a 20-minute unsolicited lecture about, like, the history of orthopedics.
Right.
And you're going to be late for a meeting.
Ah, yes. The overly long chat.
How do we escape?
Well, the human instinct here is to deploy the fake promise to escape.
Oh, we've all done it.
Yep.
Well, I hope to chat again soon. Or we should definitely grab a coffee sometime.
Stop making fake promises.
Oh, you're so bad.
It feels insincere because it is.
Right.
Just be kind, warm, and highly concrete.
Okay, what do I say?
Say, I do need to get going, but have a wonderful day.
That's it.
That's it. It is a polite, definitive end to the interaction that leaves no lingering awkwardness.
No fake coffee dates.
No fake coffee dates.
So what does this all mean when we map out all these unpredictable variables, you know?
That's right.
The deflections, the heavy trauma drops, the never-ending conversations.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me that awkwardness is just a standard toll you pay on the road to connection.
That is a great way to put it.
It's a side effect, not a reason to turn the car around and go home.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, that is the exact mindset required.
Yeah.
When you offer a compliment, you hold the cards. You pick the situation, the timing, and the recipient.
Right. You are in control.
Yes. Your brain might register a brief moment of social friction if it goes slightly sideways,
Sure.
but the potential to trigger that dopamine loop.
That ripple effect in the pond.
Exactly. To fundamentally alter a stranger's reflected appraisal of themselves for the better.
Wow.
That far outweighs a few seconds of discomfort. You are actively practicing the skill of being human.
I love that. Let's cement these rules before we go.
Sounds good.
If you want to master this, check your intent first.
Right.
Ensure it's altruistic. Never wait around for a thank you.
No transactional compliments.
Focus your praise on the choices people make, their effort and agency, not the DNA they were born with.
The geek bait.
Exactly. Keep the delivery brief, leave the qualifiers at home, and do not dump a jar of salt on a perfectly good steak.
Just say the nice thing and stop talking.
Yes. And finally, if the interaction gets awkward, resist the urge to panic or over-apologize. Just acknowledge it and gracefully move on.
It's an incredibly powerful psychological toolkit.
It really is.
But I want to leave our listeners with one final thought to mull over.
Okay, what is it?
We've spent this time breaking down how giving positive feedback actively shapes another person's self-concept through reflected appraisal.
Right. The ripples.
But this raises a mirror question.
Okay.
If our compliments actively build up the people around us,
Yeah.
how might our silence, our resting mean faces, our closed-off body language, and our constant isolated doom scrolling
Oh, wow.
be passively shaping the self-esteem of the strangers and loved ones we ignore every single day?
That reframes everything.
It really does.
We aren't just protecting our own peace when we stare at our screens. We might actually be withholding the exact moment of connection someone else desperately needs to get through their day. Well, thank you for tuning in to the English Boost podcast. We hope you take these tools, embrace a little bit of awkwardness, and test out a genuine compliment today. See you next time.